The first look of Letty, Korea's latest character. Changes to the Infusion and Reforge system, as well as Nexon's redemption arc? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Vindictus news, the most trustworthy source of information for this game. Also, disclaimer in the beginning, the most important information is at the end, so watch all the way or cheat and use the timestamps down below in the description, but if you do so, you would have to pay a toll, which is liking the video, so really up to you. Thanks. On November 24th, Nexon opened the test servers and let people, mostly Korean people, play Letty for the very first time. Later on December 2nd, she was also placed on the live server, again Korea, alongside some buffs to her, which mainly were damage to smash combos and also some more animation and particle effect fixes stuff. We obviously played her on the test server, and we're gonna let you know the most important information now. There's obviously gonna be a review or preview video later on where we talk more detail. But for now, think about Letty as more of an Era versus a Kai situation where you don't aim as you do with Kai. You're really just doing your smash combo, and as you're looking in the general direction of the enemy, you magically deal damage to them. And apart from that, you are really just a ranged bell. There's no other way of putting it. You are slow, you are hard hitting, and the weapon is too big for your character, so you fall over every now and then. The animation make it look like it's really just that, an Arabelle crossover. But for all of you guys who still want to play the latest addition to the Mercenary Squad, I got somewhat bad news for you, since the expected release is around July of 2022. I'd like her to come sooner, since she's really fun, don't get me wrong, and ignore what I said if it made you feel like I don't like the character. She was fun to play, but it's gonna be a while. So be prepared. Let's talk about the Infusion system changes, and there's really not much to talk about, but the TLDR is every infusible item but the necklace will get a second slot. The second slot doesn't increase the stats even further, you're really only just allowed to pick between whichever stats you want, so you could switch between them. Think about your weapon having crit and balance, but not at the same time. You get to pick which infusion you actually use in. It's irrelevant for 99% of the player base, but if you are part of the 1% that's really gonna put this to use, good for you, really. The second change is the Reforge system. Again, if you didn't know, failing an enhancement on an item that is plus 10 or higher gets you a fail stack. That does not only increase your odds of succeeding the enhancement on this specific item the next try, but you also gain partial stats of what the successful try would have provided. What they did now is actually they just increased the percentages, making it so you get to 80% of what the upgrade would provide you. In the beginning and also now, this was put into place because enhancing, especially failing enhancements, is the most frustrating thing in the game. And I bet that at least every other guy or girl, I don't judge, or anything in between, currently watching the video, had their fingers on the Alt F4 combo already, ready to just rage quit the game because they failed an enhancement. Just to notice how Alt F4 doesn't work in Vindictus. No, for real, try it right now. Nexon did actually build in a rage quit protection to the game, which good for them. I would have, a few times by now. But anyway, I don't know if that's the right approach to handle the enhancement odyssey that people go through, since enhancing or failing will still be bad. People will never be okay, yes, I fail, but I still got something. Woo! No one ever, Nexon, no. But more about that in a future video. We are just an unbiased source of information here on this news format, so no judging. On top of that increase in stats that you gain, they also made it so after 4, 5, 6, 7 fails on plus 12, 13, 14, 15, you get to use less steel, or you need to use less steel for every single reforge. There's gonna be some numbers there explaining it way better than any of my words could, but really, if you're one of the very unlucky souls that needs to go almost all the way in terms of fail stacks, then at least the later stages will be a bit cheaper in terms of steel. Again, I would have done it differently, but we are just here to report today. For some, that's gonna be really helpful though. Let's head over to the last topic for today, and it's Nexon's redemption arc. Basically, what they do... Wait a second. Oh. Okay, so apparently Nexon doing good stuff gets me allergic, or I don't know. Sorry for that. Anyway, Nexon did do something really good, yeah. And there's actually multiple things, which firstly, they did... Oh no, I keep saying like they already did, but they announced that they will do. And they will do on December 7th, the Dana update, where all of these changes that I'm about to talk about will take place. Okay, English, cool. Firstly, they will increase the drop rates in raids for scrolls, essences, and also shards, legacy shards, deletion, succession shards, and stuff like that. Which is really cool, because all of these items are apparently items that I never get to drop, and it's really frustrating. You may know what I'm talking about. This is also really cool, since it's the very first time, I think, at least from what I'm able to remember, where they do stuff like that just for us. This is no copy-paste from Korea. This is really the first time where they go ahead and are like, hey, you are different. We need to change the game according to your needs, according to your situation that you're in. And that's lovely to see, Nexon. Thank you so much. That's amazing, actually. The second part is related to quick battle, where you've been there. It takes 4 players to do a raid, but you're only 3 people. You're waiting for like 10 minutes just for no one to join, but you really want to do the raid, so you do it anyway with 3 players. It takes longer because it's scaled to 4 players. You get less loot because you're not a full party, so quick battle rewards are gone. They're changing that, actually. 4-player parties will still exist, but 3-player parties will be a thing where the boss's HP is scaled down to match the 3 players, and also the quick battle rewards will still be rewarded. The thresholds will obviously be adjusted for the additional drops, but you will still get them. Like, this is really... I cannot state how happy these changes make me, because especially the second one that I talked about is something that I specifically asked for like 2 years ago. I'm not saying that they did it because I said it, but most of the community said it. And that's, to me, really... It shows that they might either listen to their community now, or they actually understand what our issue is for some reason. So either way, like, this is really good progression. And thank you again, Nexon. Like, the third thing to me really is not as important as to most of you NA friends out there, but they stated how they will fight bots more aggressively, making it so hopefully they might be gone one day. Again, for EU, that's not as much of an issue, but I know how badly you guys on NA have to suffer being undercut by like 1/10 of the price just by some random bot. I don't know. Like, we'll see how that actually works out. But again, for the third time, Nexon, good job. Keep it up, honestly. But that's already it for today's, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you liked the video, and I'll see you soon. No, for real, like the Dawn updates in 2 days. I'll be there again soon. Have a great time.